Have you ever found yourself enveloped by silence? That initial calm when the house goes quiet, maybe after years of bustling activity, can feel like a welcome peace. No one to cook for, no one needing your attention, just you. But sometimes, that quiet deepens. The peace gives way to an echo, a hollow feeling that whispers something vital is missing. If this resonates, know you're truly not alone in this experience. Life has a way of shifting around us, doesn't it? Friends might move, loved ones journey on, and the children we raised now navigate their own busy worlds. Suddenly, the home once bursting with life can feel cavernous, overwhelmingly still. It's easy to feel adrift. But here's a powerful truth often left unsaid: loneliness isn't simply about being physically by yourself. It's a deeper disconnection, from others, from a sense of purpose, sometimes even from the person you see in the mirror. Yet, this chapter, this unexpected season of greater solitude, holds incredible potential. It doesn't have to be defined by lack. With intention, with heart, it can blossom into one of the most meaningful periods of your life. How? It starts with simple, conscious shifts. Consider crafting a gentle rhythm for your days. When no external schedule dictates your time, days can melt into an aimless blur. But a simple routine, a consistent wake-up time, a comforting morning ritual like tea by the window, planning even one small thing for the afternoon, anchors you. It weaves purpose back into the hours. Look around at your space. Does it lift you or drain you? Reclaim it. Let sunlight flood in, add colors that make you smile, tidy one small corner. Make your home a haven that reflects your enduring spirit. And move. Your body craves motion, even if it's just gentle stretches or swaying to a beloved song in your kitchen. Movement is life, energy, a reminder that you are still strong, still vibrantly here. This isn't about ending, it's about beginning anew, right where you are. Rekindling connection, reaching out from the quiet. There's a profound power waiting to be unleashed, a force that can fundamentally shift the landscape of solitude, the deliberate act of connecting. When the days grow quiet and the house feels vast, it's tempting to retreat inward, to assume the world outside has moved on, forgetting you in its bustling pace. It's easy to believe that no one notices, that everyone else is simply too busy, too preoccupied with their own lives to spare a thought for yours. This insidious thought pattern can build walls, brick by silent brick, isolating us further not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. We might start to feel invisible, like a ship passed in the night, present but unseen. But connection, true human connection, rarely thrives on passive waiting. It's not about sitting by the phone, hoping it rings, or wistfully watching neighbors from the window. It's an active pursuit, an intentional reaching out, even, and perhaps especially, when it feels daunting, awkward, or downright uncomfortable. Think about it, that old friend whose voice you haven't heard in ages? The one whose shared laughter still echoes faintly in your memory? What if they're thinking of you too, hesitant for the very same reasons? Pick up the phone. That brief moment of vulnerability in dialing could reopen a door to warmth and shared history. Connection doesn't always require grand gestures. It blossoms in the small, everyday interactions we often overlook. Offer a genuine hello, not just a mumbled courtesy, to the cashier at the grocery store, the mail carrier, or someone you pass on your walk. Look them in the eye, offer a warm smile. These micro-connections affirm our shared humanity and can brighten not just their day, but yours as well. Consider joining a group, perhaps a book club, a gardening society, a volunteer organization at the local community center, or even an online forum dedicated to a hobby you love. Shared interests are powerful bridges, creating common ground where conversations can easily sprout. And never underestimate the enduring power of the written word. A simple letter, an email, or even a text message just to say, "I was thinking of you today," can be an unexpected gift to the recipient, a tangible sign that they matter. The truth is, people are out there, navigating their own lives, often carrying their own unspoken longings for connection. They desire warmth, understanding, and companionship just as much as you do. But in the delicate dance of human interaction, someone often needs to make the first move, to extend the first hand. Let that person be you. Your voice, seasoned with experience and wisdom, still holds immense value. Your presence, your unique perspective on the world, still matters deeply. You might be surprised how many people would feel genuinely blessed, their own day brightened, simply by hearing from you. If the thought of initiating contact feels overwhelming, like staring up at a steep mountain, remember that every ascent begins with a single step. Start small. A friendly smile offered freely. A simple greeting exchanged with a neighbor. An invitation for a casual cup of tea or coffee. These aren't insignificant actions, they are seeds of connection planted with courage. And here's a liberating thought: you are absolutely not too old to forge new friendships. Life continually offers opportunities for new relationships to bloom, regardless of age. Nor is it ever too late to reach out and rekindle connections that have faded over time. People drift apart for countless reasons, often not out of malice but simply due to the currents of life. Reaching out can bridge those gaps. And if the phone hasn't rung, if your inbox feels empty, try not to immediately assume it's because no one cares. Perhaps it's simply because people are caught in their own routines, unaware of how much a call or visit would mean to you. They might not realize the depth of your desire for connection unless you gently let them know. So, tell them. Reach out. Take that brave first step, however small it feels. You never know what beautiful new path it might open up, what unexpected joy lies just beyond that initial moment of hesitation. Finding your voice, the healing power of self-expression. Sometimes, the most challenging aspect of solitude isn't the absence of sound, but the pervasive feeling of being unseen, unheard, invisible. It can feel as though the vibrant parade of life is marching on, leaving you standing forgotten on the sidelines. But let this truth sink deep into your heart: you are still here. Your breath still rises and falls, a testament to your ongoing journey. And as long as that vital rhythm continues, your story is far from over. It's merely entering a different chapter, one waiting for you to write its narrative. In these quieter moments, one of the most profoundly healing practices you can embrace is self-expression. When there isn't someone readily available to listen to your thoughts, your worries, your joys, your own heart needs to hear them. Your inner world craves acknowledgement. How can you give it voice? Consider the simple, yet powerful, act of writing in a journal. Let the pages become a trusted confidant, a space where you can pour out your feelings without judgment, explore your memories, untangle your thoughts. There's no need for perfect prose or profound insights, simply let the words flow. Or perhaps, capture your voice literally. Use your phone's recording feature to talk through your day, share anecdotes, or even ponder life's big questions. Hearing your own voice speaking your truth can be surprisingly grounding and validating. Don't shy away from telling your stories out loud, even if the only audience is the familiar comfort of your own room. Narrate your experiences, recount moments of laughter, lessons learned, challenges overcome. Your life has been a rich tapestry woven with countless threads of memory, wisdom, and emotion. Every single one of those moments, big or small, mundane or extraordinary, deserves to be honored, to be remembered. Start simply. Commit to capturing just one memory each day. It could be a fleeting recollection sparked by a scent, a detailed account of a significant event, or a simple observation about the world around you. Do this not for anyone else, not for publication or praise, but purely for you. For the intrinsic value of acknowledging your own lived experience. And who knows? Perhaps someday, someone else might stumble upon your words, your recordings, your stories, and in your reflections, find a mirror to their own feelings, feeling a little less alone because you chose to share a piece of your journey. Your words have the power to ripple outwards, to connect across time and space. Your unique voice, shaped by decades of life, unequivocally matters. Cultivating self-kindness, tending your inner garden. Speaking of voices, let's turn our attention inward, to the voice that resides within each of us, our inner narrator. How have you been speaking to yourself lately? All too often, especially when we find ourselves spending more time alone, this internal voice can morph into a harsh critic. It can become adept at dredging up past regrets, magnifying perceived mistakes, reminding us relentlessly of the people we miss or the things we feel we've lost. This critical inner monologue can become a constant, draining companion, subtly eroding our self-worth and casting long shadows over our present moments. But here is the empowering news: you possess the inherent power to consciously change that internal conversation. You are the curator of your own mind. This transformation begins not with forceful suppression, but with gentle awareness. Start by simply noticing. Pay attention to the automatic thoughts that arise. Catch yourself when that familiar refrain of "I'm useless," or "nobody cares," or "I'm just a burden" begins to play. Don't engage in a battle with these thoughts, but simply acknowledge their presence with mindful awareness. Then, with deliberate tenderness, choose to replace them. When the "I'm useless" thought appears, gently counter it with "I am still here. My presence has value. I still matter." When "no one cares" whispers insidiously, respond internally with "I care about myself, and there are people who care, even if I don't hear from them daily. I can reach out." Or, counter negativity with a positive intention: "Today, I will do something small that nourishes my body or spirit." It might feel unnatural or even Pollyanna-ish at first, but consistency is key. Your mind is listening intently to the narrative you feed it. Your heart, in turn, responds to the emotional tone of your inner world. Practicing self-kindness isn't about indulgent self-pity or ignoring challenges. It's far from mere fluff. It is essential fuel. It's the deep wellspring of resilience that gives you the strength to stand tall after a setback, to keep putting one foot in front of the other, especially on those days when the world feels gray and energy is low. It's about treating yourself with the same compassion, understanding, and encouragement you would readily offer a dear friend facing similar struggles. It's about recognizing your inherent worthiness, independent of external validation or circumstance. Finding purpose in nurturing, caring creates meaning. Another wonderfully effective way to invite light and purpose back into your life, particularly when feeling adrift, is to find something outside of yourself to care for. There's a unique kind of meaning that arises from nurturing, from tending to the needs of another living thing. This doesn't necessarily mean taking on huge responsibilities. It could be as simple as tending to a houseplant, watching with quiet satisfaction as new leaves unfurl under your care. It could be welcoming a pet into your home, A cat whose contented purr becomes a soothing soundtrack. A dog whose enthusiastic greeting reminds you daily of unconditional love. Perhaps you have a green thumb yearning to be exercised. Cultivating a small garden, whether on a windowsill, a balcony, or a patch of earth, connects you to the rhythms of nature and offers the tangible reward of watching life flourish through your efforts. Or maybe your nurturing spirit extends towards fellow humans. Look around your immediate community. Is there a neighbor who might appreciate a home-cooked meal, assistance with errands, or simply a friendly chat? Offering a small kindness, a bit of your time or skill, can make a significant difference in someone else's life while simultaneously enriching your own. Caring for something beyond yourself gently pulls your focus outward, interrupting cycles of worry or loneliness. It introduces a sense of gentle responsibility, a reason to get up and engage with the day. There's a profound, quiet joy in witnessing growth you facilitated, seeing that flower bloom because you remembered to water it, feeling that furry companion relax under your touch because you provided safety and affection. These seemingly small interactions are powerful affirmations. They serve as constant, gentle reminders that life, in its myriad forms, still flows vibrantly through you and all around you. When you feel needed, even by a plant or a pet, you intrinsically feel more alive. And make no mistake, you are needed, your capacity for care is valuable, even when no one explicitly says those words aloud. Unleashing inner magic, the healing touch of creativity. Let's talk for a moment about the incredible power of creativity. When we're alone, it's easy for the mind to fall into repetitive loops, replaying worries, anxieties, or regrets like a broken record. Our thoughts can circle endlessly, digging deeper grooves of negativity. One of the most potent ways to break free from this mental entanglement, to shift the energy entirely, is to engage in the act of creating something. This isn't about becoming a professional artist or achieving perfection. Forget any preconceived notions about needing talent. Creativity is an innate human impulse, a way of bringing something new into existence using your hands, your time, your unique spirit. So, consider, what sparks a flicker of interest within you? Perhaps it's the vibrant allure of paint on canvas, expressing emotions through color and form. Maybe it's the rhythmic click of knitting needles, transforming yarn into something warm and tangible. Or the comforting alchemy of baking, filling your home with delicious aromas. Perhaps it's weaving words into poetry or prose, giving shape to your inner landscape. Anything that involves making something with intention qualifies. The outcome, the finished product, is secondary. It doesn't have to be a masterpiece destined for a gallery, it simply has to be yours. The true magic lies in the process itself. Creative expression is inherently healing. It provides a vital outlet, a safe channel for your emotions, joy, sadness, frustration, hope, to flow through and find form. It allows you to take the often intangible, invisible parts of your inner world, your thoughts, feelings, memories, and transform them into something real, something you can see, touch, or experience. When you step back and look at what you've made, whether it's a lopsided pot, a simple sketch, a loaf of bread, or a few lines of verse, you receive a powerful reminder. You remember that even amidst the quiet, even when feeling overlooked, there is still immense beauty residing within you. There's still magic waiting to be tapped, still vibrant life pulsing beneath the surface, eager to be expressed. Don't let that creative spark dwindle, fan it into a gentle flame. Rekindling joy, the essential lightness of laughter. Now, there's one crucial element of a fulfilling life that often gets unintentionally neglected when we find ourselves predominantly on our own: laughter. Genuine, soul-lifting laughter. It's easy to fall into a pattern of seriousness, to tell ourselves, perhaps subconsciously, that there's simply nothing funny about being alone, that joy requires an audience. But this vital expression of delight shouldn't be reserved only for shared moments. Even in the quiet solitude, perhaps especially in the quiet solitude, actively seeking out moments of humor and lightness is not just permissible, it's essential nourishment for the spirit. Why? Because laughter does more than just feel good. It's a potent antidote to stress, physically relaxing the body and triggering the release of endorphins, those natural mood elevators. It shifts our perspective, offering a momentary, blessed escape from worries or melancholy. Think of it as opening a window in a stuffy room, letting fresh air and sunlight stream in. So, how do you invite more laughter when the house is quiet? Be intentional about it. Curate your own comedy festival. Revisit those beloved silly movies or classic sitcoms that have always tickled your funny bone. Explore humorous books, podcasts, or even comic strips online or in the newspaper. Sometimes, just recalling a funny memory, perhaps involving cherished friends or family, can bring a smile and a chuckle. Consider calling that one friend who always manages to see the funny side of things, the one whose laughter is infectious. Share a light-hearted story or simply listen to their humorous take on life. Sometimes, humor lies hidden in the absurdities of everyday life. Notice them, allow yourself a wry smile or even a full belly laugh. Laughter doesn't magically solve all of life's challenges, of course, but it undeniably softens them. It lightens the emotional load, even if just for a few precious moments. And those moments? They accumulate. They build resilience. They infuse your days with pockets of energy and make your heart feel genuinely lighter. You absolutely deserve to laugh, even if no one else is in the room to hear it. You deserve moments of pure, unadulterated lightness, especially if your days sometimes feel heavy. Remember all you've navigated, all you've overcome. You've earned that joy. So consciously let it in. Let laughter live alongside you in your space, a gentle, effervescent reminder that even this quiet season holds abundant room for happiness. Navigating grief's terrain with compassion. Now, embracing joy doesn't mean denying the reality that solitude can sometimes walk hand in hand with moments of profound sadness or grief. Realizing that being alone doesn't mean you've been abandoned, but perhaps invited home to yourself, is powerful. It allows reconnection with your own rhythm. Yet, within that space, grief can still surface, sometimes unexpectedly. A melody drifts from the radio, the scent of a specific dish fills the air, an old photograph catches your eye, and suddenly, the wave hits. The sharp pang of loss, the realization that a person is gone, a chapter definitively closed, and you are still here, carrying the weight of their absence. And yes, it hurts. In those moments, resist the urge to immediately push the feeling away, to numb it, or to chastise yourself with instructions to be strong and silent. Your feelings are valid. You have earned the right to cry, to mourn, to miss them dearly, to ache for what was. Allowing yourself to feel the sorrow fully, without judgment, is a crucial part of processing it. However, the key is not to become permanently anchored in that grief. When the intensity of the tears begins to subside, gently, consciously, do something small to reaffirm your connection to the present, to the life still unfolding around you. Perhaps take a slow, mindful walk, noticing the details of the world. Light a candle, symbolizing warmth and remembrance. Say their name aloud, not with the sharp edge of pain, but with love, with gratitude for the time you shared. The goal isn't to forget, but to gradually transform the memory from something that freezes you in pain to something that warms you with love. Think of grief not as a permanent resident who takes over the entire house, but as a visitor. It might revisit, sometimes staying longer than others, and perhaps it never leaves entirely. But crucially, grief doesn't get to occupy every single chair in the room. You can consciously choose to invite other guests to sit alongside it. Let joy have a seat too. Make space for peace to settle beside you. Open the door and let hope come in, even if just for brief periods initially. It's about finding a way for these seemingly contradictory emotions to coexist, creating a richer, more complex, and ultimately more resilient emotional landscape. The radiance of giving, finding purpose beyond oneself. And one of the most effective ways to actively invite hope back into the room, to reignite a sense of purpose when feeling adrift, is through the act of giving. That's right. Even now, perhaps especially now, living on your own, you possess an abundance of gifts waiting to be shared. Consider volunteering your time at the local library, sharing your love of reading. Offer to read stories to children at a school or community center. Cook an extra portion of your meal and share it with a neighbor who might be struggling or lonely. The simple act of giving, of directing your energy and attention outwards towards the needs of others, works a quiet magic. It begins to fill those spaces that loneliness can carve out. It serves as a powerful, tangible reminder of your inherent value, your capacity to make a positive difference in the world. It proves, unequivocally, that you still have a vital role to play in the fabric of your community, because you absolutely do. The world genuinely still needs your unique blend of compassion, your hard-earned patience, the irreplaceable wisdom gleaned from a life fully lived. Don't ever hide these treasures away. Don't let that inner voice whisper that you're too old, too tired, too disconnected, or that your contribution wouldn't matter. You still possess profound purpose. You still hold gifts that are uniquely yours to offer. And rest assured, there are people out there right now who would feel deeply grateful, their own lives enriched, by receiving them. Giving isn't just about helping others, it's a powerful way to help yourself reconnect to meaning and vitality. The courage to ask, embracing strength in vulnerability. Alongside the strength found in giving, there lies equal power in receiving, specifically in the courage to ask for help when you need it. Perhaps you've spent a lifetime being the strong one, the pillar others leaned on. But true strength isn't solely defined by unyielding independence or stoic silence. It also encompasses the wisdom and self-awareness to recognize when you need a hand, and the vulnerability to reach out for it. Are you struggling emotionally, feeling overwhelmed by sadness or anxiety? Are physical limitations making daily tasks difficult? Are financial worries casting a shadow? Whatever the challenge, reaching out is not a sign of weakness, it's a demonstration of profound inner strength and self-respect. Talk to your doctor about physical or mental health concerns. Confide in a trusted pastor, spiritual advisor, or counselor. Let your family or close friends know what you're going through. Share your needs with community support groups or relevant agencies. People genuinely cannot offer support if they remain unaware that you're hurting or struggling. There is absolutely no shame in needing others, it's an intrinsic part of the human condition. We are wired for connection and interdependence. Being open and honest about your needs is not only wise, allowing others the opportunity to step in, but it also creates the space necessary for you to heal, to rest, perhaps even to find the strength to begin again. Igniting new horizons, the ageless power of dreams. And perhaps most importantly, woven through all these strategies, is this vital thread: never, ever stop dreaming. Don't let age or circumstance convince you that the time for aspirations has passed. You still have time stretching before you. You still possess the power of choice. There is undoubtedly still more for you to see, to learn, to experience, to feel. What sparks a flicker of excitement or curiosity within you? Maybe it's the thought of taking a trip, even a modest one, to explore a nearby town or revisit a cherished place. Perhaps it's finally learning to paint, picking up that instrument you always admired, delving into a new language, or joining a local choir or theater group. Dreams, aspirations, and the desire for growth don't belong exclusively to the young, they belong fiercely to the living. And you, dear reader, are still very much alive, brimming with untapped potential. So, dare to close your eyes for a moment and picture something new, something that makes your heart beat a little faster. It doesn't have to be monumental. Then, crucially, take one small, tangible step towards it. Just one. Enroll in that class, buy that guidebook, make that phone call, pick up that paintbrush. You might just surprise yourself with your own capacity for growth, joy, and adventure. This chapter isn't just about reflection, it's also about creation and discovery. Life, in its relentless flow, inevitably brings shifts and changes. People move on, routines alter, the landscape around us transforms, sometimes in ways we never anticipated. It's easy, amidst these currents, to feel like we've lost our footing, like control has slipped through our fingers. But here lies a profound and anchoring truth: while external circumstances may fluctuate, something essential remains steadfastly within your grasp. What hasn't changed? Your fundamental, unshakable ability to choose. Every single day, you retain the power to decide how you will show up in the world. You choose how you will care for your precious self, body, mind, and spirit. You choose the thoughts you will nurture, the love you will express, the way you will ultimately live this one, unique life. This power of internal choice is your sovereign territory, untouched by external storms. Embrace this understanding. You are not merely marking days on a calendar, passively filling time until an imagined endpoint. No, you are engaged in the active, ongoing, sacred work of creating a life. Each day presents a fresh canvas. It's built one conscious breath at a time, one small act of kindness extended to yourself or another, one moment where you choose courage over fear, connection over withdrawal. It's in the decision to make that healthy meal, to step outside for fresh air, to pick up the phone, to learn something new. These aren't trivial actions, they are the brushstrokes painting the masterpiece of your present existence. Loneliness may indeed knock at the door sometimes, it's a natural human feeling. But it doesn't have to be invited in as a permanent resident, taking over the entire house. Why? Because beneath the surface quiet, your heart still beats with undeniable purpose. Your hands, seasoned by experience, still possess the ability to create beauty, whether through craft, cooking, gardening, or simply arranging objects with care. Your voice, carrying the unique resonance of your journey, still holds meaning and deserves to be heard, even if only by yourself in journaling or quiet reflection. So, wake each morning and dare to ask yourself this potent question: what small thing can I do today to feel truly alive? The answers aren't hidden in grand achievements or external validation. They reside patiently in the simple, accessible treasures of daily life. Find aliveness in the feeling of sunshine on your skin during a walk through your garden or neighborhood. Discover it in the warmth of a genuine conversation with someone who truly listens and cares. Savor it in the ritual of a cup of tea, sipped slowly, perhaps by a window open to a gentle breeze, fully present in the moment. Hear it in a piece of music that stirs your soul, feel it in a heartfelt prayer or moment of quiet contemplation, taste it in shared laughter that bubbles up unexpectedly. Understand this. This period of life is not merely an epilogue or a waiting room. It's a distinct chapter, perhaps softer and quieter than those before, but imbued with its own unique and potent magic. It offers invaluable, perhaps unprecedented, space for deeper reflection, for cultivating inner peace away from the clamor, for rediscovering passions or parts of yourself that lay dormant during busier times. This is a precious gift, an invitation to dive deeper into your own being. Embrace it fully. Choose to live these days not just passing through them, but inhabiting them with intention, curiosity, and grace. Your story continues, rich with potential and deserving of your full, vibrant presence.